I'm sharing 5 tips, 5 hacks that I personally use for my account to triple my Instagram growth. Hola mi gente, welcome back. I'm Jay Franco, and in this week's video, I am sharing with you my 5 ninja hacks, literally, seriously, ninja hacks to help you grow your Instagram account. These are the exact same tips and tricks that I use for growing my account. It's what helped me grow my account threefold since I decided to get back on there. I started on Instagram years ago when it first, when the platform first launched. So with that being said, last year I decided to give the platform another try. And the reason why I gave it another try is because when Instagram first started, it just seemed like it was the same thing as Facebook, Twitter, everything. It was just like a platform where you just dump the same content that you're seeing on Facebook, you're gonna see it on Instagram. So I decided to just kind of not use it anymore. But last year, I got back on it and I revamped my entire page. I decided to, I regrammed it. I completely chunked away all of the images in my account, and then I converted it into a business account because I really wanted it to be part of, have a business strategy behind it, and also, to promote myself and my brand and my services. And then I also themed my Instagram. So those are the 3 things that I did when I decided to jump back on the Instagram train and really take Instagram serious. Because out of all the platforms, if you have a business, Instagram is definitely a platform to amplify, grow your business, and create influence and generate leads for your business. It's how I generate all of my business is through Instagram. Literally, people hit me up in the DM all the time, asking me questions, asking me to have one-on-ones with them, and even just asking questions regarding their marketing or how I can help them. So here are the 5 growth hacks that you need to implement that I've already used, that I've already tested. And starting at number 1, it's going to be stories. You need to really get in the whole story game. And the reason why is because stories really help to amplify your profile. Stories help you gain more views. The more people that come to your profile and start viewing your profile, the more you're going to get interest, and the right people are going to start clicking and following you. I have gone from like 100 to maybe 300 views on my Instagram stories, and maybe about 10% of that I can convert into followers. So wouldn't you like to have an additional 10 to 30 followers every single day? Right now I'm averaging around 30 to 50 followers a day, with a combination of these strategies that I continue to use on a daily basis to grow and triple the followers of my account. And I know followers can be a little bit of vanity metrics, but let me tell you something. It also consists of engagement. I am getting a lot more engagement now, a lot more comments, a lot more likes on my account, on my posts and my stories. And so stories is definitely the way to go. Here's another trick to use on stories. Make sure that you're using hashtags in your stories. There's a way to hide, like squeeze them all up and throw them away and put them away somewhere or behind something, screen them behind something so they don't really clutter your story. And it's a great way to get more views to that story. Also, when I post on my feed, I always throw it and share it on my stories and say, hey guys, new post, check out the link, or read the caption on this post. You're gonna wanna read this, you're gonna wanna share this. I always get in there, and after I post, I throw it in a story. So get into the habit of sharing through stories, because stories is where it's at. It's happening right now in stories. If you're not using stories, you're definitely not seeing any growth. I can honestly guarantee you that you're not seeing growth in the views and in your audience on Instagram. Number 2 is going to be commenting for conversation. You've got to comment for conversation. I'm showing you a screenshot right here of what commenting for conversation means. And what this means is that in this particular account that I have, this is our agency account, when we see people dropping emojis, we immediately reply with this message right here. And it talks about how Instagram considers emojis spam. Did you know that? Did you know that if you start, dropping hearts and dropping faces and all kinds of emojis down there, it actually counts as spam? What the algorithm, if you truly want to increase your engagement and get your posts to get seen by more people, is you've got to add meaningful conversations, meaningful comments with 4 words or more. And if you notice, the reply that we gave was 4 words or more. It's very rich in text. And guess what happens? Look at what happens next. The guy replied back and thanks us for sharing that tip. That's one of the marketing things that he's going to focus on this week, is to really start commenting and being intentful, commenting for conversation rather than commenting just emojis, and the algorithm doesn't even pick you up. So emojis are being seen as spam nowadays, so stop using emojis. You can use an emoji here or there within your context, but stop using emojis just as your single reply or as your way of commenting on images. So, because that's just not going to work these days. Okay, so we went over, you've got to comment with 4 words or more so the algorithm can pick you up. When you start seeing engagement on the picture, the algorithm will now expose your picture, your image that you just posted on your feed. It'll expose it to more viewers. The minute that you post, it exposes it anywhere between 7 to 10% of your audience. So imagine if you have, that's 7% is nothing, right? It could be 70 people out of thousands of people that you have. So imagine if you're now able to, through the engagement, kind of unlock the algorithm, and your post is now seen by 20% of your audience, by 20% of your viewers. So that helps to increase. And also the algorithm starts pushing your images based on the engagement, and you're talking about rich engagement here, like this right here, right? It'll start pushing your image to your non-followers so that it could really start to see. It'll show the picture to people that tend to like these type of pictures or these type of accounts. It'll show it to them. So now you're going to get that increase in traffic, and that's how you start growing your account, or hacking your account the right way, like literally using white hat strategy to grow your account legitimately. Another thing about growing your account, what's very, very important here, is that you've got to look at your analytics, guys. So when I first started my account, and you're going to look at the image right here that's scrolling, I'm going to show you how a year ago when I revamped this, I started doing a mix of images and a mix of textiles with either words or phrases or quotes. This is what I mean by analytics. Go into those images and see what your top images are. If you're noticing that your top images are all plain images, then stop doing text posts, because what I saw is that my text posts were like the least liked, the least engaged. I stopped doing those kind of posts. And I started focusing more on maybe perhaps flat lays and lifestyle photos of myself. And I noticed that, again, flat lays were just not working for my account. It was not something that people wanted to see on my account. They wanted to see more of my lifestyle pictures. That is why, as you see, through scrolling, my account is heavily lifestyle pictures of what I do on a daily basis, or that convey the kind of job or work that I do. All right, so in number 4 is another hack that this one goes hand in hand with number 5. And this one you've got to use because it really helps you get laser focused and starts helping you become very purposeful on Instagram. Have you ever, right now in the comments below, have you ever gone to upload something on Instagram and you have no image, you have no clue what you're gonna write about, you have absolutely no clue what hashtags to use either? I'm even guilty of that. So go in the comments right now and say, I'm guilty. Type it in the comments right now. And let's go back to that one hack that will really change your life, or actually these last two hacks are going to really change everything that you do on Instagram. Planoly is such an amazing tool that really helps you to become very intentful, that helps you pre-plan all of your content. I'm going to show you a screenshot right here of my Planoly grid. What Planoly does is it allows you to get all the captions, your pictures, your hashtags, everything all together. It allows you to plan them all out. So if you notice here for our company page, we have everything scheduled out. I'm showing you a few things. Also, what I love is the grid planner. It shows me how my grid pictures will look side by side next to each other and let you see, you know, what works best with what. Then when I'm done layering out all my images and tiling them according to how they look really nice and they flow really well, I start throwing them into my calendar. In my calendar, you'll notice that I have posted captions as well as the time. And one of the best features that I had on Planoly is definitely auto post. Auto post is truly fantastic, and the reason why is because you can set your captions, your call to actions, your hashtags, the tagging people, and even your text, everything in there, and then you just schedule it at the right time to post, and then it posts on its own. You don't have to stop what you're doing or forget to post. And the reason why this is so important is because the next app that you need to have is called When to Post. So When to Post is an incredible app. One of the things that I want to share with you guys is I get asked all the time, when should I post to Instagram? When is the best time for me to send out my content? And it differs for every account. We used to have, back in the day, you know, even up to 5 years ago, we used to have like a standard of times. Post for Facebook at this time, post for Twitter these many times a day at these particular hours, post for Instagram at 8 o'clock in the morning. It used to be that time. Honestly, to tell you the truth, stop posting at 8 o'clock in the morning. Because yes, people do get up on there, but you're not going to get the engagement. Look at your analytics and look at what times your audience starts to like your pictures. But with this app right here, if you notice, it's called When to Post. It takes your account. It's a free app that you can use. You can also buy the upgrade and get all of the additional analytics and all that. But I have the free app. I just use the free part of it, and that's honestly all you really need. So get on When to Post. It's going to give you 3 times for each day that are your prime times to post, so that your post gets seen by the most audience at those particular times. Also, I used to post every single day on Instagram. I don't anymore. I know that I was on a call with Andrew Wynn from Brand with Drew, and he was telling all of us in the cohort that we should post like maybe once or twice a week. I beg to differ. I really believe that you should post often on Instagram if you want to see growth. I've seen it myself. The minute I started posting once a week or twice a week and try to have more curiosity posts, I noticed my engagement drop. I noticed my followers dropped also. So for Instagram, it's so important to post regularly and post often so that your audience knows when to expect you on the platform. They know that you're always posting on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, or Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, Saturdays. Whatever it is that your schedule is, your audience should already know and know when you're going to come out with something. But based on this, on When to Post, it's showing me here that my times, if you notice, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays have the most green on them and has the highest concentration of green. That means that those are the prime times where my audience is on the platform, that they're going to be able to be exposed to my post. You notice Tuesday's kind of weak in the green, and so is Sunday. Sunday's kind of weak in the green. So I may choose not to post Tuesday and Sundays from now on. Why? Because my people are not on there and they're just not going to see it. So it's like shooting darts at nothing. You know, you want to aim at something every single time you post. make sure you're posting within these times. So this particular app here, this tool has really made a huge difference in the engagement, the following. I have seen literally like 10 people follow me immediately after I post at those desired times, and it is pretty awesome to see organic growth right now on Instagram. Also, if you don't know about alt tags, this is definitely not a number 5 growth hack tip because it's fairly new, but make sure to click one of these cards and it'll take you to the alt text video. If you really want to start getting, again, organic growth that is very unheard of right now in Instagram, you're going to want to add alternative text to your images, and I talk all about that in the video. And I'm also going to link the video in my description below so that you know what I'm talking about. So guys, let me know which one of these hacks that you're going to start employing right now in your Instagram strategy, and I hope that this does triple your Instagram audience. I know that they're all vanity metrics at the end of the day. What you really want is engagement. What you really want is people to talk to you, people to send you DMs and have like off the grid, meaning off the Instagram grid conversation. You want them to have conversations with you in DM and start asking you things and start really developing relationships with your leads, your clients, and your audience on Instagram. So again, make sure to like and subscribe. I share weekly videos that teach you how to personally brand yourself and your business by mastering your mindset, making your mark, and marketing it on social media. Y besitos a todos, nos vemos la próxima semana.